Hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here and today it is time for me to make a massive apology. It's been quite some time since a video was uploaded on this channel, let alone a video of this series, which is, I mean, it's been tragic. I'm really sorry. To be quite honest with you, I've lost a little bit of motivation to upload on this channel, like my own videos. I mean, the talk show is fine, the AOR talk show is fine, but uploading and editing my own videos, I have lost a little bit of interest and motivation on this channel, and it's mainly because of the FIFA channel. The FIFA channel, for those that don't know, FIFA came out like a month ago, so there's a lot of hype on that game, so I'm really focusing all my attention on that, and I prefer to play that really at the moment than any racing game, especially F1. I do like playing Grid, it's just then making a video about it is quite difficult when I'm trying to put all my effort into making FIFA videos like daily. These sort of start to suffer. I really do apologise for the lack of uploads on this channel generally, and of this series, because I said this series was going to be more regular. We are still going to finish it. I have no plans to end this series before the actual game ends. We're going to get to the end of this series as far as we can possibly get. Whatever the ending of this game mode is, we're going to do it. It just may take some time. I don't know. Whatever the circumstance, though, we are back for some more Race Driver Grid. F1 content will return soon as well. I'm going to record the next episode of F1 Career Mode certainly within the next 3 or 4 days, so expect it in about a week from now. I'm hoping. We've only done 2 things in Japan and 2 things in America, so we might as well try and catch up by doing 1 American event and 1 Japanese event today, which is exactly what we are going to do. I don't particularly want to spend money that I don't really need to spend. I would do open wheel Formula 3, but I really hate the Formula 3 cars on this game. Probably the only thing I actually strongly, in fact the only thing I dislike about this game generally is how bad the Formula 3 cars are. So we're not going to be doing that, certainly yet anyway. We might go ahead and do a Pro Touge as well. The NOS Midnight 2. No, it's not Touge, it's Tougaza, isn't it? We've been over this. Why am I getting a video about it? I've done one already in Japan. I know exactly what they are. Oh, wait, does this have traffic? I do believe this is the 3rd event of the season, so we'll have these 2 events, and the next episode you'll see the Le Mans 24 Hours for the end of the season, which I think is season number 6. That would make quite a lot of sense, wouldn't it, really, if we're on episode 13. I think this is episode number 6. Nevertheless, the first round of this Tougaza season is matched up against Madoka Ichikawa. So we haven't exactly been let off lightly, to be quite honest with you, in this first event. What I may do, actually, is, I don't know, I'm really tempted to do this race live, and then maybe just do the highlights or just show the result of the next 2 races. We've gone deep there. Oh my god, there is traffic! Jesus Christ, there's traffic. For crying out loud. Okay, that's intriguing. Right, yeah, I'll maybe do this event and then just sort of highlights of the next ones, because obviously Tougaza is a slightly longer event than some of the others, so and I want to sort of get stuff done this episode, so we'll have to see. We've got to try and catch Ichikawa first, though, because that traffic completely bund us over. I don't know where the end of this race is. I mean, even if we lose this race, we've just got to make sure that we have a bigger gap to him than he does to us in the next event, or in the next loop. We're getting in the slipstream here of the man in the Toyota Supra, and going up the inside, we've got it stopped. Yes, we have. That was quite a nice move, actually, although we've gone wide through the next corner. Which might give him a sneaky opportunity up the inside, but he decides against taking that position. But yeah, so we're leading, and that's a good job we actually took the lead at that point, because we actually come across the line to win just a few corners later. 1.3 seconds between us, which is not bad to say we were well behind him at one stage. Right, good news as well. Matthew Craven, well, Matthew Craven got through, but we now have to battle him in the semi-finals. Which isn't ideal. Actually, this is quite a weird one. This isn't the usual Tougaza, actually. It's only 1 heat per round. Whereas last time it was 2 legs, if you like, within each round. So we're just going straight through now to the semi-finals. That was actually a very vital one. I was saying at one stage, you know, I don't mind losing this one because then I can get it back in the next one. There wasn't a next one, which I didn't realise. But we've now got to face our own teammate, which is a very interesting dynamic. It is us versus Matthew Craven. He's done well to get to the semi-finals, but we're going to be hoping to knock him out, I guess, although he'll still earn money for the team, even if he goes through. It's a shame, actually, that we didn't both, that we were on the same half of the draw, because then at least we, you know, might have been able to get it both into the final. If we'd have both won our semi-final, we'd have been guaranteed a 1-2, whereas now we're going to have to sort of fight for this. I mean, obviously, you know, he might then, you know, go on to the final and win it. I don't know, but we've hit the wall on the inside. Crap. And then we've been hit by Craven. Well, hello, there's traffic there. I mean, do these guys get paid to drive in the opposite direction? Oh my god, we've been hit by Craven again. I thought they were meant to be penalties for contact. Unfortunately for Craven, that's literally put him in the wall. But at the end of the day, he did basically. I mean, I know we were losing control slightly, but all he had to do was just duck out of the throttle, and he just decided to hit us instead. So it's not really, well, I mean, it is my fault, but it's also very much his fault. We've now got almost a 6-second gap though back to our English teammates. That's wonderful scenes. We should comfortably get into the final. Whatever, at least we'll have one car in the final as we come across the line. It is a comfortable win after that little bit of contact. It wasn't a very clean race from us, actually. It was a bit of a ragged race in the end. So we're then going through to the final, and we're going to be facing Ken Azura, who I think we faced before. Our best teammate then confirmed is Matthew Craven. 6 podiums for him, so he's already beaten Aiji Matsuke. I think they've had around about the same amount of time in the team, so that's quite a representative comparison. Nevertheless, it is time for the final between ourselves and Ken Azura of Yuichi Naito. I don't know if this is 2 legs, I can only imagine it is 1, so we've got to try and make sure we do the job. Azura gets a slightly better start. This is the same version of the track that we faced Matthew Craven with, but Azura has got the switch back on us there through the hairpin, so we're going to have to work at this. We're going to have to try and get past the Japanese driver. Ooh, thought of a move there, my word, that was close. That was very close to contact. I still don't know what the rules are about contact in this event, because it used to be you'd get penalty points for contact before, but that doesn't seem to be the case after the amount of collisions we had with Matthew Craven. Just trailing Azura for now. I have got the knowledge that this track is a little bit shorter than the one we did in the first race, so we need to make the most of the time that we have. We're looking at the inside, bit of contact, we've gone through, just a tiny little bump. Relatively nice move though. Azura definitely leaving the door open massively. And I just got to try and stretch away over these little humps and bumps, the little hills and cambers and shiz. Going through the hairpin now. Just hoping there's no more traffic. I was saying earlier, I wonder if they pay someone to drive in the opposite direction. I wouldn't want to. But nevertheless, I think we're coming towards the end now. Only about 10 seconds of this loop left. And as long as we negotiate this final corner, the right-hander, we should be able to win this Pro 2K event. And we're going to come towards the line. He's going to be first and a win in the event. Ken Azura will take second after we beat him in the final, having beaten our teammate Matthew Craven in the semis. Craven was given 4th, which is a bit of a shame, so he must have lost his 3rd place playoff. Note, that was the end of the event, because we've seen the Hall of Fame now. It's a very, very short event. That won't take up too much time in the episode. You can see that we're going to pass all of our sponsor objectives and get a nice little 102k in the bank. I have to see what Matthew Craven does. Unfortunately, he wasn't given 3rd. Otherwise, I think he would have earned a little bit more, but he gets 23.5k, which is always nice. Now on 228k in terms of XP in the Japanese license, and now basically one more event away from earning our next license. In terms of money and money earned, we've earned 400k from that event alone. 125k in sponsorship money, 150k in team win bonus because the team obviously won the championship. Got some new sponsors as well, of course, on the table. STP, Tyne and NOS. I think really the only one I've heard of is NOS, so we'll have to see what they offer and we'll see whether we get them on the car. Next event then is going to be the Ferodo GT1 Championship, though having said that, you know what guys, at my expense we're going to do the Open Wheel Championship. It's going to be an absolute tragedy for everyone involved, but I'm going to do it guys. I'm going to do it. It's been so long, I need to put myself through the mill. 350, we're going to buy it on eBay, bun that for the price of bread. We're not spending 350k. 266k being sold by Taylor Richards. It's been wrecked 7 times though. I don't know whether that actually affects a performance. Top or bottom? Top or bottom? That's the question. No innuendo intended. We're gonna go for bottom. We're going to go for bottom. Take of that what you will. We're going to get the $309,000 Formula 3 car. The livery, though, the livery looks brilliant on this car, so that's one positive. It's time for Long Beach. Matthew Jones of Turnham Racing is the man to watch out for. We are definitely not the man to watch out for. I just hate... Look at the angle. Look at the angle for this. It's so bad. Oh, man. The only bad thing about this game, honestly, was these cars. The only bad thing. The rest of the game was absolutely beautiful. It was something to behold, honestly. It was fantastic. But these cars were an absolute nightmare. They had no traction whatsoever. We're 12th. and we've just slammed into the back of someone. Absolutely brilliant scenes. We've lost our front wing, but thankfully this game wasn't quite advanced enough to know what a front wing loss actually meant for the car, so we won't be suffering from any downforce issues as we just about sneak up the inside. That was actually a really nice move, to be fair. Making some progress finally here, up into P10. It's quite hard to overtake because the guys in front just usually park on the apex, and you don't want to just pile into the back of them because it's so easy to like lose wheels and stuff. It's only a 3-lap race this, so we are definitely going to have to start making some progress at some point. Because otherwise, well, we're going to struggle. We are going to struggle. That's just going to be the fact of the matter as we come through this rather slow left-hander. We make a move up the inside here. We can bash someone out of the way. Someone's lost the back end massively, and we've gone up the inside of them. Another quite cool move up the inside. It's very hard, I think, really, to overtake people without hitting them on this game. Sorry, with these cars on this game. That's one thing I do remember. Go around the outside of someone there. So all of my moves have been pretty dirty, and I apologise for that, but the control of these cars was so hard. John Martin is the man in front of us, and we've dispatched him very easily, him and David White. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe John Martin was a real driver. We've actually just lost something, and I don't know how. We didn't really hit anything very hard. David White's gone back through, so we're now down to P6 again. We've got so much aerodynamic damage, yet we don't seem to be struggling at all for actual grip or anything, which is quite nice. Having said that, the car is a bit all over the place at the moment. But I think John Martin was a real driver, because from what I can remember, this game had one real team. It was Alan Docking Racing, which were an F3 team back in the day. I don't know if they are still, but if that is the case, then there will be one very familiar driver to anyone who follows IndyCar. I can't remember what his name is, but there's an IndyCar driver right now who used to drive for them. I'm pretty sure he was on this game. He used to drive in British F3, so Codemasters must have got the rights to use that team, and that team alone. It was Alan Docking Racing for the Formula 3 Championship on this game, and John Martin was the other driver. That's a car in the wall. That's a massive collision, and I think Matthew Craven was involved. Matthew Jones is in the lead and probably going to win, because I think this is the final corner of the lap. So he's going to take the win. We're going to take second after that crash there, I think, for Jos Peters, who was in second place. It is a very solid second place, given the state of the car, no front wing, and the engine cover came off. The other driver for Alan Docking Racing is called Marcus Linton. That wasn't his name. I'm going to Google it. I need to Google this. Yeah, that's the one. Charlie Kimball. This was the guy. He's in IndyCars right now. And he drives for someone. I don't know who he drives for, but yeah, he drives an IndyCar. Chip Ganassi he drives for. Chip Ganassi Racing. Charlie Kimball, I think, is on this game, as far as I'm aware. He's an American guy. He's in IndyCar now, but he plied his trade in British Formula Ford and then British Formula 3, and he drove for the team that was licensed on this game, which is Alan Docking Racing. Here, though, is the Teams Championship. We are currently on 30 points, so joint first with Turnham Racing. Sponsorship-wise, we did fail a few objectives. We failed Sparco and Speed, but apart from that, we got everything, so we get 73k. Matthew Craven, what did he do? He failed EasyCar.com, but he got Holly and Capra, and then obviously failed everything else, so he gets an extra 16k. Race number 2, we're at Long Beach again. There's John Martin, driving for the licensed team on this game. They've got a pretty boring livery, actually. I don't remember it being that dull. We're starting at the back again. This is really prejudiced against me. Only me, no one else. It's just prejudiced against me, and I'm 12th on the grid again. And David White is on par. Is it the same track? No, it isn't. We've gone a different direction here. We've made 2 positions, though, on the first corner, which is nice. Can we make another one there? No, we can't. Pedro Garcia stays just ahead of us. We've got Goodyear Racing cars just ahead. Oh, dear, we've hit the back end of someone. Oh, and almost again. Jos Peters there it was, the Belgian. We've got a good exit out of here, then we're going to try and get past Marcus Linton and our teammate. Duck out of the move on Linton. We're never going to get through, and then he brake checks us. And we've got more damage to the front wing again, but of course, yet again, as I mentioned, the aerodynamics of the car wasn't exactly a big factor on this game. It might make it a little bit more understeery, but not to the extent that you would expect on like an F1 game or something. In P6 though, after less than a full lap, which is pretty good, well, Jos Peters has got a decent run on us here. I don't actually know the layout of this track. We're going to go around the outside there of Marcus Linton. Now his teammate is next up, that's John Martin, and we're going to go around the outside of him. This could end up actually being quite the easy race because we're in P4, so look at this, we're just breezing as well past someone there, Matthew Jones, as the 2 guys in front of us battle. I like this first livery. I know it's only black and white, but I do quite like it. We're going around the outside of him though. That's a very strange corner, isn't it? There's no real track limits there, is there? You can sort of cut that massively. Lee Vaughan is next on our shopping list. We're not thinking of a move there. There's loads of debris here. Probably from us last lap, because the AI love to brake check you there. Good run out of there. Got the slipstream as well, which still isn't massively important on this game generally. You're going round the outside. Comfortable move there. Easy as you like. And that is... Oh, my word. That is job done. We are lucky. We're very lucky not to lose a wheel there. Wow. That was far too... I made that far too difficult for my own liking. We're approaching the final corner for the final time, hugging the apex nicely and then drifting out wide, probably because of the lack of front wing. It's going to be a very comfortable win now as we come down this slightly bendy straight towards the line. It's a win in the second race after a P2 in race number 1. Here's the championship then right now. 38 points for us. We're now 4 points clear of Matthew Jones, and then it's his teammate David White. Marcus Linton is currently sat P4 in a championship with Jos Peters in P5, and our teammate Matthew Craven is sat in a very comfortable, to be fair, P8. 8 points back to P9, so he shouldn't be finishing any lower than that, technically. In the team's championship, though, we have slipped below Turnham Racing, so we are going to need a decent result from Craven. And sponsorship-wise, we're going to get everything, obviously, because we won the race, despite that front wing damage. 102k for us, and I severely doubt Matthew Craven will get barely anything at all. So, this could be difficult for us again, because Matthew Jones is sat P2. I think I saw our teammate just behind him, though. Matthew Craven, yes I did, he's P4, and finally, we're not last on the grid. Can I just say, this livery looks really nice on this car, actually. I'm quite glad I did this championship, because this livery is looking on point. I was going to say something slightly more embarrassing, but I'm not going to. Oh, we almost lose the back end through turn 1. Been a bit of a disastrous start, actually. This so far, contact there as well. Now in the wall. We've lost the front wing again. We haven't finished a race with the front wing yet. This is a disaster. And we're not going to. All event, all episode, we're not going to finish a flipping F3 race with a front wing. We are carving our way through the order, though. Up into P7. Apologies for the controller noise as well. I do apologise for that. I'll maybe sit further away next time, or for the next race. Oh my word! Massive incident for whoever that was. Was that Jos Peters or Pedro Garcia? It was one of the Goodyear racing cars that just speared into the wall backwards, lost their engine cover, and then just flew across our screen. That was very dramatic. Oh, and we've... Oh, for goodness sake, we've lost the engine cover now as well. Clipping the right rear wheel, sorry. P6 then for us at the moment, but we can see all 5 guys ahead of us. No restaurant-related pun intended. John Martin is the first of the drivers in the Alan Docking racing car. The man, though, that we're battling the championship, Matthew Jones, is leading, but our teammate is right up there with him. So if Matthew Craven could do a job for us, that would be massively appreciated. But he hasn't. He's spun. We've just about avoided them. To be fair, in a way, he has sort of helped us still, because we're now into P3, which is the position that we need to finish in if we're going to win the championship. As long as we finish 3rd, we are guaranteed to win the championship. So Matthew Craven has helped us purely by spinning and holding everyone else up. So that's very helpful. Thank you, Matthew. Although you've basically doomed us in the team's championship. Bit of a mistake there, actually, from Matthew Jones. Either that or he was just trying to avoid the debris that we just ran over. There's a big collision with the wall. Another incident for Lee Vaughan this time. He's done well, actually, to get that going again afterwards. I think he's only dropped 1 position. Just sort of carving our way through all the carnage at the moment, which is quite nice. We're definitely guaranteed the championship now. Not even on the basis of equal points. Although we've spun it ourselves now. And we've been collected massively on the rebound. Oh my word, have we thrown this away. No way have we just bottled the championship on the penultimate lap of the entire series. We're down into P11. Oh my god. We've bottled it completely. We've lost a whole side pod. And when we're on the final lap of the race, oh, we're doomed. We're absolutely doomed. We're absolutely doomed. We've completely bottled it. We've completely bottled it. We're going inside like 4 cars in one there, though. That was pretty cool. P7, right. Let's just boss our way through everyone. P6 now. John Davis Hunt. Matthew Craven, you need to get out of the way or hold people up. We're up into P5 now. Past Davis Hunt, now Craven. These moves are going to be extremely dirty, and I very much apologise for it. Craven, get out of the way. He's not got an engine cover either. We're truly teammates now. Craven, get out of the way. I need you to very much get out of the way now. This is not even a joke, Matthew. I really need, for goodness sake, our own teammate. Right, we need to get past Craven ASAP here up the inside, down into this left-hander. And we have done. And massive air as well there through the right-hander. And there's a spin! There's a spin directly in front of us. That's gifted as the championship has it. But we've still got Craven on the inside. Oh my word, through the penultimate corner, someone's just spun off and gifted us P3. Craven is for some reason attacking us again. We come across the line for third in a battered and bruised FNG Racing Formula 3 car. And that, I think, is enough to win us the championship. Oh my word. It was John Martin who spun out, the man who followed us through all the carnage and then obviously benefited from us going off. Oh my word, that was a pretty decent recovery as well on the final lap, from 11th to 3rd in one lap. But wow, that probably is contender for race of the season so far. Race of the series even so far. And indeed, the game has given us the benefit of the doubt. Somehow we win that championship after what went on that final lap. 54 points. Matthew Jones gets the same tally but comes second. And it's Vaughan Peters Craven as well, interestingly, getting 5th in the championship, and given the other Turnham racing car only got 30, whereas Craven got 31, that result for Craven getting, what, 4th in the race was actually enough to give us, I think, the team's championship. Shall we have a look? Yes, by 1 point. Oh my goodness me, it's all coming up Millhouse now. We've got the Drivers' Championship and the Team's Championship. I don't think we'll get the maximum amount in terms of sponsorship. No, we don't, but we still get 73k. Matthew Craven will get barely anything, but it's still 23.5, which isn't too bad. And in terms of XP, we get 46k to go into the ARL category. Sponsorship-wise, we've got the police. We've literally got the police wanting to sponsor us. I don't know what that company is, but it's called Police, apparently. As well as Recaro and Simpson. Okay, so I am going to end things there. I was actually expecting the Le Mans 24 Hours to be the next race of this season, but it actually isn't. So we're going to end things there, otherwise we're going to have to do an entire other event. And this episode will be like 30 minutes, 35 minutes long, which I can't really afford it to be. Plus, I asked you guys earlier in the series, and you guys liked the length as it is now, at about 20 to 25 minutes. So anyway, as I mentioned, that is about it for now. In terms of sponsors and liveries, I tend to change those at the end of each season, so to sort of replicate how teams work in real life. So all the sponsorship offers we've got today we'll probably put on the car when the next season starts, which will be 2 episodes from now. If you have enjoyed this video though, feel free to hit the likes button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed the video that much. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.